When someone goes missing, there is one phrase almost everyone has heard. You have to wait 24 hours before reporting it. It's repeated in films, passed around as advice, and often said with confidence. But in the UK, that rule does not exist. There is no legal waiting period before someone can be reported missing. What matters instead is not time. What matters is risk. The idea of waiting 24 hours comes from misunderstanding, not law. It likely developed because many people who go missing return home quickly. In the past, police responses were quieter and less visible. Over time, this was mistaken for an action. But modern missing persons procedures are designed to begin immediately, even if the response is not obvious from the outside. A missing person report usually begins quietly. It might be a phone call to 101, sometimes 999, or a visit to a local station. The person making the report could be a parent, a partner, a friend, a care worker, or a concerned member of the public. From the moment that call is taken, police are not waiting, they are assessing. The first officer receiving the report is already making decisions. They are not deciding whether the person is really missing, they are deciding how serious the risk might be. This assessment begins immediately, even before a formal report is completed. Early judgment does not mean final judgment. It means preparing for the worst while hoping for the best. Officers ask a structured set of questions. When was the person last seen? Where were they going? What were they wearing? Do they have access to transport or money? Have they taken medication, documents, or personal items? Is this behavior normal for them? These questions build the foundation of the investigation. Police pay close attention to patterns of behavior. A person who regularly goes off-grid may raise less concern than someone who never misses work or contact. Sudden changes matter. Missed routines matter. Silence matters. Missing persons cases are rarely judged on a single detail. They are judged on how details fit together. Every missing person in the UK is assigned a risk category. There are 3: low risk, medium risk, and high risk. These labels are not judgments of importance. They are tools used to allocate resources appropriately. A low-risk case still matters. A high-risk case demands immediate and intensive action. Low risk usually involves people who have gone missing before and returned safely. It may include people who choose to be absent temporarily without danger. Even then, police still log the report and monitor developments. Low risk does not mean no response. It means no immediate evidence of harm. Medium risk is the most common category. It involves unexplained absence where there are reasons for concern. This might include unusual behavior, sudden disappearance, or lack of communication. Most investigations fall into this category. These cases receive active attention, even if the response is not highly visible. High-risk cases involve children, vulnerable adults, or circumstances suggesting immediate danger. This could include medical issues, mental health crises, or signs of coercion. High-risk cases trigger faster escalation, broader searches, and closer supervision. These are the cases most people imagine when they think of missing persons investigations. Risk assessments are not fixed. They change as new information emerges. A single phone call, sighting, or message can escalate a case instantly. Police constantly reassess risk to avoid locking an investigation into the wrong assumptions. Flexibility is built into the process for a reason. And the early stages. Police work is rarely dramatic. There are no sirens or search parties on day one. Instead, officers focus on building a clear timeline. They confirm the last known movements, contacts, and locations. Most early progress happens quietly, behind the scenes. Mobile phones are often central to missing persons cases. However, police cannot freely access phone data without legal authority. They may attempt contact, check network activity, or request emergency access where justified. Digital evidence is powerful, but it is also tightly regulated to protect privacy. Television often suggests police instantly access every camera in an area. In reality, CCTV is reviewed selectively. Officers focus on routes and locations relevant to the missing person's movements. Footage must be requested, reviewed, and preserved lawfully. This process takes time, but prevents evidence from being misused or misinterpreted. Families often describe the process as slow or frustrating. This is understandable, but much of what delays visible action comes down to legal safeguards. Police cannot enter private property, track individuals, or seize records without justification. Every step must be defensible, proportionate, and lawful. What appears to be inaction is often preparation. Search areas are planned carefully, resources are coordinated. Mistakes made early can permanently damage a case. In missing persons investigations, careful early decisions often matter more than immediate visible action. Family and close friends play a crucial role. They provide context no system can replicate. Daily routines, habits, recent stress, and subtle behavior changes all matter. Police rely heavily on this information to guide decisions. Accuracy is more important than reassurance. If a person is not located within the first few days, investigations often escalate. Specialist officers may become involved. Search strategies widen. Media involvement is discussed. Public appeals are considered carefully, not automatically. Publicity can help, but it can also harm. False sightings, assumptions, and online speculation can overwhelm investigations. Police weigh visibility against control before releasing information. The goal is always to increase the chance of finding the missing person, not to generate attention. Most missing people in the UK are found. Many return home voluntarily. Others are located through routine checks or information from the public. High-profile cases distort perception and make disappearances feel rarer and more sinister than they usually are. Behind every missing persons case is a structured system designed to minimize harm. It is cautious by design. It prioritizes evidence over urgency and legality over spectacle. This quiet approach is intentional, not indifferent. When someone goes missing, the response that follows is calm, methodical, and controlled, not because urgency is lacking, but because early decisions shape everything that follows. Understanding this process does not remove fear, but it does explain why investigations look the way they do, especially in the beginning. Thanks for listening. If you found this useful, more calm explanations are on the channel. Take care.